Welcome back.
We're back for another week of Don
And John's
Picks. That's right, Donnie. Week 2. We got week 1 in the books. How did we do last week?
I mean, collectively, a winning week. We traded some punches back and forth. I had Thursday night. You had Monday night. The consensus pick of Sunday night, that was a cakewalk. The luscious lock, the anchor pick, both hit with ease. Man, the only problem was, I think these guys right here. What a change from last year. Last year they were our money makers. We'd have bad weeks, but we could always count on the Bills. This year, start off behind.
We started off behind, and we'll see if we can, make some more money off the Bills. Of course, like every week, we'll be picking all the primetime games, as well as our Buffalo Bills, and including, don't forget, John's anchor pick of the week, Don's luscious lock. So we're gonna get there if we can make some money off the Bills after a disappointing loss for the Bills and loss for our wallets.
But we're still in the green. We're going to talk about the Bills later. Let's just get right into Thursday night. We got the Giants at the football team, FT, I like to call them. I feel weird saying football team because they're like, what football team? Who's on first? Type of thing, Spreads -3.5, over under 40.5. Am I reading that right? 40.5. Whoa, over under.
Little numbers.
John, what are you doing with this one?
Well, Donnie, first and foremost, we must send off our condolences to our boy Fitzmagic. Once again, going Fitz tragic. Hate to see it. He's looking good. High hopes for him. Finally a starter coming into a new team, and he's feeling good. He's got his own team, and he goes down. We're here in 6 to 8 weeks. We'll see. Hate to see it. So it is therefore the Taylor Heineke show at the football team locker room right now. What do we think about Taylor Heineke? I don't know. I think he looked pretty good when he came in for Fitz last week. What I do know is that I could see this being even more Fitz tragic. Taylor Heineke coming out hot this week, maybe making a case for himself to be the guy through the rest of this season when Fitzpatrick comes back in 6 to 8 weeks. We will see. I got a bad feeling about that being a thing here, Donnie. So with that, I'm going to go with the football team here. And over-under, though, I mean, that is tiny. No confidence in any points on this Thursday night. We've seen some terrible, terrible games on Thursday Night Football in the past. But 40.5, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a sloppy game. There could just be random points all over the place. I can't bet that it's going to be in the 30 points. So give me the football team and give me the over, 40.5 points. And we're going to see what happens. What are you feeling here?
John, I love it. Yeah, the Fitz stuff, yeah, I'm heartbroken. I mean, I picked him, put him on my fantasy bench, maybe if he was good, put him in a bye week, maybe if he got some steam, just because I love the guy. But now, he's out. It's like you said, it's tragic, but I think the football team can get it done. Daniel Jones, he had some good numbers, quality numbers, but the Giants, they still didn't have much offense. He's got some legs, but I don't think that's much match for the football team's D-line, maybe even better than the Steelers, and we saw how good they are. I will say, Vegas, props to you. The hook on this, -3.5, I don't feel good about it. I want a -3, but hey, I'll take the hook. Sometimes it burns you, sometimes it nets you some extra cash. The over-under, this is one of those plays where I feel like Vegas is just like putting out a little piece of cheese, right? And you're like, that's a low number. I'm gonna grab that over. And then as soon as you grab the over, bang, you're trapped. You're caught. I'm going with the under. Giants last game, they had a game that only reached 40 points. I think they only put up 13. I think they might just get 7 or 10. And football team with their new quarterback, I don't know if they have a high-flying offense either. This is going to be a snoozer of a Thursday night game. Side note, stop giving the Giants primetime games. What is this? The Bills had to fight tooth and nail to get primetime games, but between the last 2 or 3 years, what is going on? Why do these guys keep getting primetime games? Anyway, football team spread, give me the under, and that's a partial agreement. We're split on the over-under, but
well, you know what? I'll change my mind. I'll take the under.
All right.
I don't want to take the bait. Vegas is just, they're sucking me in on this one.
A little piece of cheese. It's a rat line. It's
If we
for
could
the
go,
rats.
if we could go full consensus on this one, folks, I'm gonna feel a lot better about it going into tomorrow, into Thursday night's game here. So,
All right,
give me the
call
under.
it before he changes his mind. Call it. That is a consensus pick.
Love it.
Oh.
Consensus picks are just hot.
Yeah, I mean, they're hot from last week. We're starting off better. Last week we were split right from the get-go. Feels good. John, why don't you take us over to Sunday night and what's going on there?
Well, Donnie, Sunday night we got a heck of a matchup. We have the Chiefs at Baltimore, two heavyweights, two big quarterbacks going head-to-head on Sunday night. And Donnie, I'm excited for this one, much more excited than I am about the Thursday night football game. The spread here, we have the Chiefs favored by 3.5 points, over-under set at 55. So we are expecting more points here. We will see. What do you think about Lamar Jackson? I mean, they're coming off a loss, yes?
Yeah, a blown lead. I think the first time, I think they were under Harbaugh.
Hashtag Harbaugh.
Under him, I think they were something crazy like 8-0 or 18-0, somewhere around there when leading by 14 in the second half. And they got that first L. They got that first L on Monday night under the bright lights of Vegas. Yeah, what a game.
Sorry, Harbaugh Banks.
Now they're back at home, taking on the Chiefs.
Well, let me start off here, Daddy. Let me start off. Because I need to let this one sink in. Let me get in the zone here for a second. Just let me see. I can see Lamar Jackson. I can see him running around. He's trying to make some crazy stuff happen with his legs, but nope, they're taking him down. He can't throw the ball after halftime. I see it now. I've seen it clearly.
I saw it live Monday.
Okay. No, sorry, that's hot. Okay. I can see what's going to happen. The Chiefs are going to win. No problem. Give me the Chiefs, minus 3.5. We're still getting loads of points here, folks. Give me the over on Sunday night, over 55. If you want to trust me, I was in the zone. I see it. What do you think, Donnie?
I think the zone you went to was incredible. I wish I could go to that zone. In fact, I'm going to go to that zone right now. Chiefs, minus 3.5. Take the over. That's full consensus. And why? Because like John said, I watched that Monday night game. Man, Lamar, second half, he couldn't throw the ball to save his life. And supposedly, this Ravens secondary, they were still good. They're banged up, but they were looking good in the first half. They started making Derek Carr look like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he was throwing all over him, blown coverage late in the game. I don't know what happened to Ravens secondary. I think they get torn apart. I think the over hits, and also I'm going to give out an alternate spread. I don't know what the plus money on this is, but Chiefs minus 3.5, safe pick, ballsy pick, the Donnie pick, because I love going plus money. Chiefs minus 6.5, they win by a touchdown.
Wow, okay, all right. There's a little extra pick for you folks there. Well, there you go. There's your Sunday night action. I love it, right. And that is once again, a consensus
pick. Oh yeah, we're starting off insane right now.
We are. We're consensus through 2 primetime games.
If you're watching this, you better be running to the casino, watching this on your phone, and anything we say. When we're this together, this locked in, Vegas, your bookie, whoever, they better be worried.
Magic will happen, folks. Magic will happen. Well, Donnie, should we now move on to our 0-1 Bills?
Yes, our 0-1 Bills going to one of my favorite places to hang out and just have a good time and party and see good music. Miami, but we're not being kind to them this round. We're taking on our beloved Bills. John, I got to go first on this one. I'm also going to get in the zone. I'm turning the hat around.
Let's go. Here we go.
Yep. I did not like this line. Did not like having to pick this. Honestly, I love picking the Bills, but this one, after last week, O-line looked bad. We're facing another good defense, another good D-line, but Miami has a defensive tackle out. Check his name. We're going to edit in his name. He's out, though. First, let me start with the over/under. I'm saying under. Tua isn't anything. Even with Waddle, even with some good cats, Tua's nothing. I'm not confident in him. Under 48, I think the Bills D, they played a great game last game against a quarterback that, did enough to win, but I think they're going to shut it down this time. They're going to keep it low scoring on Miami's end. And the Bills, they get it done. -3.5. Give me the Bills. Give me the under. Don't let me down, Dable. Don't let me down. I'm not happy with you, and neither is the rest of Buffalo after last week. John, tossing it over to you.
It's a heavy feeling around here coming off last week, Donnie. Heavy feeling, and it makes me wonder, how do we respond? Do we come back guns a-blazing, chucking it down the field, and crushing this over-under? Or is it going to look similar as the last week, where seems like we are dominating a game, have the game under control, and yet we're going into halftime just barely getting 10 points in the final seconds of the first half. That will be the thing to see this week, folks, with the Bills. I like the Bills getting it done, bouncing back after a tough loss against the Steelers here. So I am going to take the Bills -3.5. The over-under, I still think the Bills have such a good offense, but after last week, I am shook. I am shook on them scoring points, and I do think our defense looked pretty tough for most of the game last week. It kind of crumbled a little bit at the end there. So with that, I guess what I'm getting around to is I'm gonna take the under here. I'm a little nervous about it. I mean, if we hit the over, I'm gonna be happy because it means it's a good game, and we're probably beating the fucking Dolphins. But I don't necessarily see it happen. So give me the Bills -3.5, Donnie, and give me the under 48 points. And we are once again in a consensus pick.
Jeez.
Believe it.
Wow, we are going to be so happy at the end of this week, or so distraught. I think we're going to be happy, though. I think we're going to be happy, I think we're locked in. That first week had a lot of dogs, but I think we're all good. Mm-hmm. So before we get to everyone's favorite segment, the anchor pick, the luscious lock, let's take it over to Monday Night Football. Monday, the Lions, with arguably one of the coolest football head coaches in the league right now. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know who I'm talking about. What the hell is this guy's name?
His name is Starbucks Pike Place Double Fister. Coach
okay,
Pike
because
Place.
I was gonna say Coach bite off kneecaps. Multiple venti coffees with double shots of espresso. Mr.
Exactly right.
1,200 milligrams of caffeine every single day.
Jacked up on caffeine.
Jacked up on
every
caffeine.
day.
I wonder what he's getting jacked up on at night if he's doing that in the morning, because Jesus, this guy is an animal.
Got a lot of energy.
But the Lions going over to the Packers, who look troubled. You got Aaron Rodgers, who isn't happy. Their coach, he's looking all limp dick. Rodgers is just, I don't know, making him look like a fool. I don't know what's going on with them. But we got a huge spread. Packers are -11 at home. Over under 48.5. John, start us off this time.
This spread is indeed huge, Donnie. And I mean, I would normally just be riding the Packers here, but after last week, I'm shook on them being able to cover an 11-point spread. I mean, they got absolutely lambasted by the Saints in a neutral stadium too. So, I mean, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to bounce back hard. He's going to be coming out angry. He's going to be coming out mean. But he just looked so defeated last week. He was just had a look on his face why am I here? Why am I doing this? And I don't know if he could quite shake that enough from one week to the next, even against the Lions, to be covering an 11-point spread. So I feel a little nervous about it, but give me the Lions plus 11 here in Green Bay. The over-under 48.5. I mean, the Lions, we did see them put up a bunch of points last week in a losing effort against San Francisco. And so I feel pretty good about the over hitting here. So give me the over 48.5, but give me the Lions plus 11, and we're going to see what happens. Donnie, what are you thinking here on Monday night?
I'm thinking, I like what you're thinking, John. The Lions, yeah, let's start with the over-under. Last game, them versus 49ers, there was like 70-something points scored. It's a little concern. I thought the Lions were going to be a more defensive team with this crazy kneecap-biting coach, but they gave up 40-something points, but they put up, 30-something. So I'm saying over all the way. I think Green Bay gets it back together and at least puts something on the board. But there's no way in hell I'm laying 11 points on Green Bay. I don't care if this is an overreaction. If I lose this bet, this is just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not laying 11 points on the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, who, yeah, like you said, is like, why? He looked like he was questioning why he even came back this year. And I even thought a lot of the interviews he gave going into the season being like, well, no, I didn't say I didn't want to play here. I think it was a lot of doubling back because he realized he was under contract. He'd be losing a lot of money by not showing up. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Rodgers has that fire. Does Green Bay squeak it out? Maybe. I'm not confident enough to put the money line on the Lions, but who knows? You might want to watch how these teams come out in the first quarter and maybe throw a live money line bet. But yes, give me Lions plus 11. Give me the over 48.5. I think it goes over 50 easily. And my God, John, that is 4 for 4.
4 in a row. Another consensus
pick. Are we making history? I think this is the first time we've ever done this.
We are making history, and hopefully it's historically great.
Yeah, I mean, us going 0-4 would really make us question things. So let's hope this goes great. Now it's for everyone's favorite time. The anchor pick, of course, is last because it's the pick anchoring your whole ticket. If you need a pick in your parlay, that anchors, rounds it out, makes it a 2, 3, 4 teamer if you're feeling palsy. If you're feeling ballsy or palsy,
Uncle Palsy.
Shout out Uncle Paul. If you're feeling palsy, he's putting together some parlays, I'm sure. But before that, we're going with the luscious lock. Last week, their lock was easy. Seahawks, they skated. So let me just get them revved up. Speak to me, Locks. What's that? Oh, really? Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. They're actually telling me I had the right thought last week. We're going back to a team we picked last week, our Thursday night cover team, the Cowboys. That's right. Shocking the nation by covering the Bucs. That line was at -6.5 for the Bucs, -7.5. It was up to -9.5 before the game. The Cowboys almost shock, almost win. Last minute field goal. Tom Brady's going to do that. But whatever, they covered. This week, they're taking on the Chargers in San Diego. They're dogs. +3, money line +150. I'm taking it all day. And you know why. Dak is back. We saw it. Big pressure moment. First game of the year, Thursday night. Is Dak going to be able to do it? He's on the road in Tampa. Yes, he was. He looked awesome. CeeDee Lamb, he looked awesome. They got some studs. Even Amari Cooper, what? Chargers, I don't think their defense is that great. Herbert, I love you. I think you're a stud, but you need some defense on your team. Take the Cowboys, take the money line, double up and take the spread because you might as well if you're on the money line. And that is your luscious lock of the week. Dak is back.
Luscious.
Yes. All right, now, John. Take us out, baby.
Anchors away, indeed, Donnie. It is time for Captain John's Anchor Pick of the Week. That's right. If all 4 of these consensus picks that we have for some reason are sinking to the bottom, we can only hope here that Captain John's Anchor Pick of the Week will be anchoring our ticket and saving us at least a little money here on Week 2 NFL action. Where are we going, Donnie? I'll tell you. We have new LA man, born again California boy, Matthew Stafford, headed back to the Midwest, not to Detroit, but to the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Rams here on Sunday. We got the Rams favored by 3.5 points. Rams minus 3.5. And Donnie, I'll tell you here, Matthew Stafford was looking good last week in his new LA uniform. He's digging the LA lifestyle already. You can tell he's so over his cold, boring Detroit life where he never won. And now he's got a new life going in LA, and he's ready to show off his new swagger, his new vibe back in the Midwest in Indy. So your anchor pick of the week here, folks, is going to be Matthew Stafford and his Rams destroying the Indianapolis Colts at home. So give me the Rams minus 3.5, and that is your Captain John's anchor pick of the week.
Love it. Love it. That's right. I might parlay those two together. I mean, last week the luscious lock was indeed a lock. The anchor pick indeed anchored our ticket. So why not just throw them together? I might even parlay this whole thing. We're in consensus. Who knows what the plus money is on that? I'm gonna right there. If you parlay together everything we're in agreement about, that's how much money you're gonna win on a $10 bet. It's plus. Look at that plus. Look at that huge number. That's almost enough to buy a boat. It's week 2. We're almost there.
We could have multiple boats, Donnie.
Oh, yeah.
By the Bills bye week. Wouldn't that be something?
Well, we got to wrap it up, but y'all know what it is. It's Don.
And John's
Picks. Good night, folks. This train never stops.